What's good, Sinz Nation? It's your boy Sinz here, and this will be the first rendition of Talking with Sinz. I've always said how I wanted to start a podcast, and I gotta make it right. I gotta have my first guest, basically childhood best friend, a brother, known for basically a decade. Gonna keep it going, the one and only Trill Will.
What's good?
Oh, I just popped my knee, but that's all good. So, how the podcast is going to go, we're going to just talk about some topics, our thoughts on them, and stuff like that. But first and foremost, I just want to start it off with something I've had on my mind for a while. Right, Will? So,
yeah.
After, for the people that watch, people that follow you on Twitter, you've been doing your little video edit things. The first one with Lost. And then my best friend, great. If you don't follow him, check him out on Twitter. I'm going to put a link in the description below. And it gave me my thought to, do Who Am I? If you haven't checked out Who Am I, I'm probably going to retweet it after this video goes live. But it's more of with the current events of things. I've noticed a lot of people, they don't know how to be themselves. So I just want to say, personally for me, when it comes to personal development, you have to take a break from social media once in a while. Take a break from the news once in a while. Take a break from the lives of celebrities, because when you see someone else enjoying their life, it puts in your subconscious that you're not doing enough.
Yeah.
It makes you think, well, what can I do to be like them? And the one goal that you should have in your head is not to be like someone else, but how to be another you. So growing up, everyone has their idols. Everyone has their celebrity idols, and some people don't. Some people's idols are their parents. I have celebrity idols. I've always idolized Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Will Smith. But I never thought to myself, well, how can I be like The Rock? Or how can I be like Will Smith? Because it's impossible. And the reason being is because everyone in the world grows up in different environments. I didn't grow up like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I didn't go through his trials and tribulations. I didn't grow up like Will Smith. I didn't go through what he went through in Philadelphia. So I can't be the next Will Smith. I can't be the next Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I can only be the next me. And I see on Twitter, especially, a lot of people like to entangle themselves with the lives of celebrities and what they do. And, oh my goodness, Kim Kardashian did this. Oh my goodness, Kylie Jenner did this. Oh, did you get the news on Jada and Will? That shouldn't matter. Yeah, I guess it's entertainment. But at the same time, you're feeding your own personal demons. I've seen it enough times where someone's like, dang, that person's rich. I want to be like that person. I'm not doing enough. And they're only 18. Whether you're 18, 25, 40, it doesn't matter. It's not a race in life. It's more of do things that make you happy. Do things that you believe are going to make you successful. Don't do things that you believe are going to make you the next Idris Elba, the next Ashton Kutcher. It's impossible. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. Nah, most definitely. I think there's a fine line between, how do you say it, between inspiration and imitation. I think most people want to imitate one person or their idol, like you said, instead of just taking bits and pieces and applying it to yourself and finding yourself. And I think most people don't know who they are, in a sense. That's just, I don't know how else to put it. Most people don't know who they are, and they're trying to find themselves, but they want to find it through other people instead of looking in themselves and what drives them to do so. And I think that's a problem, and that's everybody's problem. That was my problem. That's still my problem. I don't think anybody is able to avoid it, but I think that's what it comes down to. The most part is just finding yourself, and you can take inspiration from people. You can still have your idols, but you can't try to completely be them, because at the end of the day, there's only one of that person, there's only one of you. So make your own lane and not other people. Don't make other people's lanes and how they do their things yours. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. And that's kind of where I drew the inspiration for Who Am I, because I really was just, I was eating. I was at Cheddar's. I was eating. And I'm just thinking to myself, who am I really, you know? So I have Sinz Nation. It's your boy Sinz. I have all of that. But I noticed, and with my boys telling me, you know, you yourself included, like, you know, Brandon, people really don't know your name.
Yeah.
Like, they know me as Brandon, but they're like, oh, yeah, that's Sinz.
Yeah.
And then it's happened on multiple occasions where someone's like, hey, Brandon, your last name's Sinz, right? And it's like, no, that's not my last name. And it's like, because I came up with Sinz in, well, I didn't really come up. That's where I led to what William said, inspiration and imitation. I was imitating someone else. I used to call myself the Negro Johnny Sinz. I was imitating Johnny Sinz, he's a porn star. I was imitating that. I was the black version of him. And that was Sins, because that's how he spells his last name. But as time went on, I realized that wasn't who I was anymore. So that's when it became Sinz. You know, as DBZ is my favorite anime of all time. And that's my way of taking away from Johnny Sinz and making it my own. So it's less of trying to be him, but more of being myself. And I had this dilemma because I want Sinz Nation to bring about, you know, peace, harmony, happiness, and just the successful of all my peers. But I felt as people still would only see it like, oh, Sinz. It's not like that anymore. It's not the long Instagram captions and being flirtatious. That's not what I intend to be anymore. And that was my own personal growth. And that's what people need to sit down and realize. As people were dealing with the entanglement of Jada in August, right? They were too busy worrying about that and conforming with their own personal demons. And that's what a lot of people do. They entertain their own personal demons rather than fight them off. And they hold on. And sometimes they're like, dang, why can't I focus? Why do I have no motivation? Why can't I sleep? And after doing research, it's all about, internally we all have chakras. And when you have guilt about something deep down that you're repressing, if you have personal demons about something deep down you're repressing, it's going to affect your mental. It's going to affect you in reality. So once you become yourself and actually do what you want to do for yourself and not for the benefit of others, not for the benefit of trying to be this celebrity that you will never end up being. And when you do not become that celebrity, it leads to you thinking you're a failure. When you break yourself away and disassociate yourself from that grandeur illusion, you'll be good. You'll be straight. And that's what it means of just being yourself.
Yeah. And I think people need to know too, it's not a short process. I think that's the problem too. It's not a short process. It's like it's never finished either. You're constantly finding yourself, because we're humans. We constantly change. No matter what, there's no we're not going to be consistently the same person all the time. So we're always changing. So you're always finding yourself and figuring things out, trying to get it. And like you were saying, like, we get too caught up in celebrity drama and, like, so that entanglements and all that crap. But, like, at the end of the day, like, I think it just comes from people being scared to face their own, like you said, their own demons, their own problems. But at the end of the day, I think people need to realize too, like, we all have the strength and the means to do so, to fight those demons and to conquer that, and to be able to, like, really, I don't even know how to put it, to really just get out there and really find yourself. And, like, we don't need to be afraid of ourselves, in a sense. And a lot of people are afraid of themselves. Like, some people are, like, because we don't know what we're capable of, and everybody, the unknown is scary, no matter what it is. People don't you don't realize that. So, but I feel that too with the name thing, like you in Sins. That's why I started. I'm really trying to change everything from like Trill Will and Trill Shot and stuff like that. Like it was cool, it was fun, like to do. It didn't get as extreme or like to the point where yours was, but it did get to the point where people were just openly like calling me that in public, and I was like, damn, bro, like that's kind of weird. So I feel that, but like mine didn't get to the point that you did. But that's why I started changing everything. Like I changed my main Instagram, or like my personal Instagram. I changed it from it. I'm probably gonna change my Twitter from it now. Well, actually, the Twitter @ is fine because my actual name is just Will. But like, yeah. So I feel that on the name stuff because I think I'm finding more of myself. Back then, it was just like it sounded cool, it rhymed, it looked cool, and it was high school. It was like, bet that's what I'm gonna do.
I feel that, and it's just with the name thing with me. Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me again. The name thing with me, it was more of like I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna disassociate it with what it originally was, and I'm gonna make it my own. So now when people see me as Sins, they don't think of the porn star. It's already been disassociated with it.
Yeah.
Now it's just a nickname. It is Sinz Nation. So when it comes to Sins, that's me in not necessarily a persona, but that's me. It's the gameplay. It's all my hobbies and artistic crafts that I want to show to the world, to show to the audience. So it's not like the sense of where I have to change it, because I already know that my family and my brethren, they know me as Brandon, and I appreciate that because none of you guys call me Sins. You guys either call me B, Brandon. The only people that call me Sins are like my boy Brandon, Adriel, and them, because they were with me when I created it, in a sense. So they take it as that. I don't expect them, and it's the best way for us to separate me and my friend Brandon when we're in the same room. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But then the outside spectrum, the outside people who only know me from either Twitter or from word of mouth, they see me as Sins, and you know what? That's fine, because I don't see you as a person that's affecting my life. So I'll keep it as that. But on another note, with that being said, just take it with a grain of salt. If you get offended by it, that means the shoe fits. And that's not my fault. Get a bigger shoe size. But just be yourself and just realize that everyone has personal demons, and it's gonna take a while for you to fight them. You're not just gonna go to sleep one day, wake up, oh, I'm a brand new person. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, never works like that. That's like anything mental and anything working within yourself is not a short process at all. It is a long process. It might even be painful at sometimes. Like you're changing, you gotta kind of rewire your thought process in a way. But just diving into yourself is difficult, because unfortunately you might uncover something that you don't like, or like you didn't realize you were dealing with, and now you have to face it. But at the end of the day, like facing it and being a part of it is all for the better good, because the outcome of it is going to be great regardless. So